What up, everyone? This is Mr. Lord, Dr. Professor, Dark Joker, here with another edition of Traditional Fans with Opinions, where I'll give my reviews for whoever I watched, read, or played today. And who are Traditional Fans with Opinions? That is myself, and that is you, the viewers. With all that being said, on with the reviews. Once Upon a Witch's Death, Episode 3. So in this one, Faust travels to North America and Meg is taken care of by Inori, the Sage of Wisdom, who basically Faust is going to North America to investigate the environment. Basically, and Nori, who knows Faust, agreed to look after Meg. And basically, there's like some banter throughout the episode because like Inori's feet smells, and Meg like basically is like keeps bringing it up. Now she like washes it later. Meg washes Inori's feet later, and so basically throughout their banter, Inori asks Meg to become her assistant once her apprenticeship is over, basically to make medicine. And Meg is reluctant because of her curse, and she explains what the curse is and how there's difficulty in collecting all the tears, and basically how she's been mentally preparing herself for her death. And so Inori then uses some magic to allow Meg to see a mirror shower that's nearby. And seeing that use of magic makes Meg want to, well, live. And then Faust comes back and, basically, she kind of finds it a little amusing how Meg and Inori are like acting all buddy buddy. And so then, there's a time jump to a few weeks later, around when the Otherworld Festival is starting, and Faust like opens a portal to some other world that allow, people to, meet like creature like beings from other worlds. However, she injures her back, and Faust cannot attend. And basically that the there's a lot of wild magic that is consumed by the portal. Every year there's this festival happens, so which can cause problems to the environment. So to ensure the portal is opened, Faust asked another sage named Sophie Hayter, who Meg is jealous of since, Sophie's the same age as her, but is already a sage. So Meg's a little jealous. And so basically Sophie's becomes Faust's replacement. So Meg meets her, and that's basically it for the episode. So as far as I thought it was funny, you know, Meg saying her like goals, like what she won was to, let's see, basically create a harem. Another one was world domination. Now a lot of these were played off as jokes. I don't think she was ever actually serious about any of that. Like basically, it's just funny. Like her Inori's like interactions were funny, and yes, how she reacts to seeing Sophie the first time. It's just funny. So yeah, I think next week with how Meg feels about Sophie, this could it could be pretty funny next week. So yeah, I think this was a decent episode. Not as doesn't have a emotion as the first two episodes. It was just more like a comedic episode. But I think this was still a decent episode. Chainsaw Man Chapter 200. So in this one, uh, Denji and Asa are basically just riding around on a bike. Well, I think it's more Yoru who's in control of Asa's body. So Yoru, the War Devil, basically Yoru's going around just saying bang bang, shooting at all these fake chainsaw men while riding on Denji's back. Denji's just going along with it, and then basically start with this whole trap starts with a conversation where basically Yoru's eating a bunch of junk foods. He's like convenient, and Denji's like, "Hey, I bought some food at convenience store." He's like, Yoru's like, "Wait, did you steal it? You're broke." Then he's like, "No, found a wallet on a dead guy." And she's like, "Oh, don't." It's a Polish. He used dead guy's money, and it's like convenience store food is full of additives, which, well, that is true. It is full. Both those are. Then she's like, "Okay, don't eat it." She's like, "I'm a toxic." She's like, "I'm a toxic woman now, so whatever." I'm like, "What the frick?" Basically, that's when they then go around riding the bike. Yoru's just shooting at people, and basically just shooting heads off and all that. And then you see, Denji's just like going along with it. Then they come across this fake chainsaw man, and he's like, "Should Chainsaw Man be riding around with the girl? Like, since he's the solitary warrior from hell?" Denji's like, "Frick, that ain't my story." And then like the fake chainsaw man's like, "Are you aware of what you just done?" Like basically saying he made a mistake. I mean, I don't know what mistake he's referring to. Guessing that's to be revealed next week. As far as chapter goes, wasn't really anything worth talking about. I mean, the Chainsaw Man chapters are pretty short. I mean, not a lot happens. I mean, really, like, not much has happened. Basically, it's just Denji be dumb and trying to get laid. That's all this chapter is. Not much. Like, next week looks like there's gonna be some more, I guess, devil fighting. So I'll look forward to that. But this wasn't really. This was like an okay chapter. You know, there isn't much to talk about with it, but it's okay. Hopefully hopefully the ending leads into something cool. Daredevil Born Again, episode 9. As well as a full season review. So, in this episode, there's a flashback that shows Vanessa hiring Bullseye to kill Foggy in exchange for his freedom. And then it goes back to the present where Matt Murdock is hospitalized while Bullseye escapes, and Matt tells Kirsten that Vanessa ordered Foggy's death, and Fisk tells Vanessa that he knows that she did it. And Fisk tries to have Cashman kill Matt so that he doesn't become Daredevil again. Then he cuts off power to the city and makes it look like vigilantes responsible. And Matt escapes Cashman's murder attempt. Then Punisher helps him. Then the anti-vigilante task force attacks them, and Punisher, kills a bunch of them. Now he kills them in true Punisher fashion, but as far as him killing cops, well, I think there would be some concerns with that. Like, because Punisher goes after criminals. He goes after mobsters. He doesn't go after cops and stuff unless they're dirty cops who are basically mobsters, which these cops may be. I mean, what we know is that they basically idolize Punisher, and then Karen, arrives and helps them, and basically there's a bunch of chaos that breaks down. It's real that the Red Hook case that Foggy was doing, which led to his death. Basically, the Fisk are trying to establish like a city state since basically there's some charter there that allows them to basically be able to launder money legally. And so Punisher is captured by the AVTF and is imprisoned. And, they try to recruit him, but he refuses. Then Gallo, the old, like, police commissioner, like, he tries to, he tries to, like, betray Fisk because he doesn't like him. But that doesn't work and he gets his head crushed. And Fisk hires Heather to be the mental health commissioner. So basically, Matt Murdock's gonna have to deal with that. How his girlfriend is officially working for Fisk now. And then Fisk declares martial law and outlaws vigilantes. And so Daredevil is now about to assemble an army to save the safe from Fisk, which how it's going to work. Basically, it's Marvel Knights is what it is. It's adapting the Marvel Knights run is what they're doing. And so Fisk imprisons a lot of his people, his enemies in Red Hook, including Swordsman and Punisher. And then Punisher escapes. We see starts the process of escaping, which makes sense because there's a Punisher special coming in the near future. As far as this episode goes, I liked Punisher actually like killing people in Punisher fashion, but him going against cops was an issue for me. Like killing them. I mean, were they dirty cops and working for basically a mobster? I mean, were they dirty cops? Yes. Were they going after? Were they technically mobsters now? Might be a little more debatable. So Punisher killing cops is that's an issue that's an issue I have. And him and Daredevil arguing over their methods. You know, that was the only decent part of this episode. And Karen being back, that was nice. You know, as far as like everything else, it was all over the place. With the Fisk and all that, like it was way all over the place. Like this is something that should have been developed over multiple episodes. Like they could have left out some of the other episodes and just had multiple episodes out of this and had like a better show. That's what I think. But I didn't really like this episode. I mean, if they make season two, it's only because they're legally required to. That's what I think. With the ratings as they are, and you know, the audience reviews aren't as high as Marvel One critics reviews. I don't necessarily know how much. I think critics reviews are relatively positive. I think audience reviews are more mixed. Personally, as far as this whole show goes, I think it sucks. Like, I watched the Netflix show. Netflix show's amazing. This show sucks. Now, it's better than the Punisher show. So, like, this is a better Punisher show than the Punisher show is. Now, I'm saying it's a good Punisher. This is a good Punisher show. Like Daredevil season 2, like the original Daredevil show. Season 2 of that is the best Punisher TV show. Whereas Punisher TV show that Netflix did is a pile of trash and should never existed. And this show, it has Daredevil, has Punisher acting like Punisher, but at least when it comes to how he fights. But when it comes to him going after cops, that's my biggest issue with Punisher. And as far as the show goes, there's a lot of problems. Charlie Cox carried the show. I mean, Vincent D'Onofrio was wasted. I mean, Muse was wasted. White Tiger wasted. Both of those were gotten rid of way too early. Like we should have seen more of them. But you know, I think this was not a good show. Like it wasn't. So yeah, I can't recommend watching this. Apocalypse Hotel episode 2. So in this one, the hotel like staff takes care of this guest who's an alien who they can't understand. Like none of the languages that they're programmed to know matches the one the alien's speaking. And so basically they try to deal with the guest and try, which is hard because like I said, they can't understand them. And basically they're trying to make do with some of the aliens like quirkiness, like, and basically like, and the manager who still at the beginning so has hope that the humans are coming back, but then she's told by this little robot that basically this robot had been sending reports to space for like decades since humanity first left, and for the past few decades he had not been getting any responses, and basically he says that humans are not coming back, and that devastates the manager. Like she's pissed. She remembers an old memory with the owner who created all the robots, and I guess that helps her, I guess, recover. Then then there's the issue of payment, so they're able to work something out with the guest, in regards to payment. And then the guest leaves, and basically the manager's like, "We look forward to your next visit." She's like, "Oh, once a guest, always a guest." This is a fine episode. It's not much going on. It's just them trying to take care of this random person that shows up. You know, and we don't know if humanity's coming back. That's not known. It's not known if humanity even still exists because there's a possibility that humanity's extinct. I mean, it's called Apocalypse Hotel. I mean, extinction's always possible. So, yeah, I mean, I think this was a decent episode. Looks like a lot of these could be like pretty standalone, where it's like staff getting antics or some random guest comes along. Probably most likely alien for a lot of them, probably. If there's a human, I don't think it'll be till the very end. But yeah, I think this was a decent episode, and I look forward to next week, see what guests or what antics the staff have to deal with. And that's it. Did y'all like the stuff I reviewed? And if you have your own opinions about all that, you can put all that in the comments. Thank you for watching, and like, subscribe, and all that. And look forward to the next video.